Okay, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin dominance and let's see if it's giving us any clues or info or direction of the crypto markets as it stands today. And it's kind of important to look back and see how Bitcoin has performed and altcoins have performed in the long term view, right? And here we go. Look at how high this was. The Bitcoin dominance back in 99.91 back in 2015. 2015. And before 2015, it was just Bitcoin only market. Really, it had the entire market. There were a few copies and clones, but nothing really gained traction. And it was basically a what would you say it? A just a small grouping of people is just in the tens of thousands, if that, back here. Just a hardcore group of crypto enthusiasts, mainly Bitcoiners, right? Libertarians, cyberpunks, sorry, and yeah, there was not really much going on. There was no really much content on YouTube, and everything kind of changed in 2017. Back in the 2016, early 2017, that's kind of the birth of the influencer, and these guys do have influence. Obviously, look at that. I mean, this was the altcoin year, essentially, wasn't it? 2017 was the year of alts. Even though Bitcoin did 1,000 to 20,000, people were purchasing Bitcoin to speculate. Right, that was the main driver of the price of Bitcoin, to buy BTC to speculate on alts or S coins, right? And so Bitcoin, peaked in December 2017. Alts continue on for another month into January or 2018, and that was the end of it, right? That was the end of the party at 35.4%. 35.48%, sorry. And so, as we see in 2018, right, um, Bitcoin clawed back its market share, even though the price of Bitcoin was dropping. So even though the price of Bitcoin was dropping and it bottomed here at 3,200, even though it was going down, it cleaned up the space, right? You had all these ICOs, basically, let's call it what they were. Most of them were indeed money-raising ventures and indeed scams, right? Once developers, organizers of these coins got your money, which was ETH or BTC, the incentive structure to continue to develop was gone, right? And as the ETH value kind of dropped in value as well, it really kind of diminished their incentive to go on and complete their projects. So they just kind of exited with your money, essentially, right? So here we go. Kind of moving on to current affairs, current events. So double top. You could even do it head and shoulders, left shoulder, complex head, right? You can have an upward sloping neckline, or you could have a horizontal neckline, right? There was a little bit of a play at this level, not too much, because this alt season was so powerful. It didn't even give time to develop a right shoulder on this horizontal line, right? It was just unbelievable. Projects were on a tear, right? Projects were on a tear. So let's have a deep dive or give some granularity on what is happening right now. That's kind of the breakout zone, right? Um, but look how high and low it went, right? We started at 73.6% Bitcoin dominance at the start of the year. I mean, that's 3/4 of the market was still dominated by Bitcoin. And we bottomed here at around 40%. And let's see if a double top actually kind of gives that projection. I think the head and shoulders. Let's do head and shoulders and a double top projection. See how it kind of played out. Okay, let's grab this top. And your double top, where would that be? I would say, yeah, let's do it here. Okay, and just move this down to this using that breakout point. Okay, let's get this dialed in. Yeah, that's pretty good. And so the double top played out. And the double top played out, right? Almost to the T. Almost to the T. And let's see if a complex head and shoulder gives anything different using a horizontal neckline. Okay. And let's just scale this in. Maybe it was this 33%. It's been a while since I looked at this chart, to be honest. So if you're taking that horizontal neckline, which it's kind of, like I said, the right shoulder never really fully developed because of the power of the alts. Okay, so this is projecting down to 30%. 30% on the dominance. Okay, that's good info to have. Good info to have, right? So the double top played out. And now, what is it doing right now? This could be forming, right, a bear pennant, right? A bear pennant. And what would it give you a projection down to? Well, if you follow the market sniper, Francis Hunt, he may be having his mind a inverse Hunt volatility funnel. So what would that be? You would take this bottom and you get this reactionary high one, low one, high two, low two, high three, low three, and then break, right? So the total projection of this pattern, interestingly, let's see what it comes down to. And so where would you take this projection, right? I believe he takes it from the middle. He takes it from the middle, right? So it would be around here, 37%. Okay, so you got levels to look down for on the downside of Bitcoin dominance. And if Bitcoin dominance continues to go down, alts will continue have another basically have another rally, right? Another rally. Now, on the flip side, what if this is a bottoming? What if this is a bottoming? It could well be as well, right? So if you take that same projection, okay, and move it back, Bitcoin dominance to get back into 56%. And what level is this? 0.786 on the fib. So this fib projection is what from the bottom at 73%. And where was the one? Okay, yeah, I took this net line, which is giving me the long term kind of projection down all the way down here into the teens. This is multi-year, right? Multi-year. So yeah, you got two scenarios playing out. I would favor this is going to be a bearish pennant, right? And how long will it take to play out? Probably like this, right? That kind of, you follow that angle. So August, September, October, and then we kind of top out. That's kind of a scenario that is still on the cards, right? Bitcoin to reach what, 80, 90, 100 plus, and then alts to have another moonshot and get down to these levels. On the flip side, if BTC decides to go down to 20, 15K, you will see this dominance go back up here, right? This dominance to go back up here, and a further decimation of the alts. Oh, yes, nobody wants to see that, but that's the scenario you got to have in your mind. You got to be able to visualize both events to happen, right? If you're a long-term hodler, you should be safe. But if you are swing trading, leverage trading, which I think that's a short-term career. Leverage trading, it's can be done, should be learned, I guess, for the experience. But long-term investments always pay you more because you'd be able to keep those profits, right? In the fact that fast gains, fast money often gets returned back to the market, and while longer term gains kind of is easier to keep a hold of. As you see your gains accumulate over the number of years or months, I'm talking about 12, 18 months, 24 months, years, it's easier to keep hold of those gains, lock in profits as you need to, right? But if you make a double, triple, quadruple in a week, that gambling mentality, those highs, you kind of want to keep on going, right? And that's when you kind of get into trouble. Thinking you have mastered the market and trying to get those quadruples into 10x's, right? That is the game that you play when you play leverage, right? So anyway, so we take a quick look at the Bitcoin price. I think I'll say that for another video. I just want to keep this on Bitcoin dominance for now. So those are two possible scenarios. All right. So should be plenty of food for thought for you guys out there. Okay, I'm gonna close this video. Peace, Balaji.